My husband's family said I'm a useless burden because I'm deaf. They didn't know I can read lips. I've been deaf since birth, and I met my husband David in college when he wandered into my ASL study group looking for a different classroom. He stayed because he thought I was beautiful, and he spent the next 3 years learning to sign well enough to argue with me and tell me he loved me. His family never learned at all. The first time I met them, they talked to David about me while I sat right there at the dinner table. His mother said, "She seems sweet, but can she even work? How is she going to take care of children?" David signed to me that they were just asking questions and needed time. I signed back that it was fine. It wasn't fine, but I loved him, and I wanted his family to love me too. What they've never figured out is that I've been reading lips since I was 6 years old. It's not a superpower, and I don't catch everything. I miss words when people turn away or cover their mouths, and accents can be difficult, and sometimes I just get it wrong. But by now, I've been watching David's family for 15 years now. I know their faces, their speech patterns, the way their mouths move. I catch most of it. His mother at Thanksgiving, leaning over to his sister. "I still don't understand why he chose this. He could have had a normal life." She said this, not her. This like I was a condition he'd been diagnosed with. His father at Christmas to his brother. Such a shame. He was always the smartest one. Now he's basically a caretaker. David is a software engineer. I'm a veterinarian. I graduated top of my class. When our daughter Emma was born, his mother held her in the hospital and said to his sister, "Thank God she can hear." Can you imagine if it was hereditary? I caught about 70% of that sentence, but it was enough. They talk in front of me constantly, like I'm furniture, at birthday parties, at holidays, in my own kitchen while I'm standing at the stove. They don't bother lowering their voices or turning away because why would they? I'm deaf. David doesn't know how bad it is because they're careful when he's watching. I never told him because I didn't want to make him choose between me and his family, but last month, at his mother's 70th birthday party, something changed. David went to get drinks from the bar, and I was sitting at the table across from his mother and sister. I watched their mouths move. His mother said, "I found a lawyer who specializes in this. If something happens to David, we can petition for custody of the kids. A deaf mother can't possibly provide adequate care." His sister nodded and said, "The kids deserve a normal household. It's not fair to them." I felt my whole body go cold, but I didn't react. I just sat there like I always do, smiling at nothing, waiting for David to come back. After dinner, his mother opened presents. She unwrapped mine, a nice cashmere scarf I'd spent weeks picking out, and said to his sister while looking right at me, "She always gives me something boring. No imagination, but what can you expect?" Something in me snapped. I stood up and started signing to David. I signed, "Your mother just said my gift was boring, and I have no imagination. Last month, she told your sister she's looking for a lawyer to take our children if you die because a deaf mother can't provide adequate care." David's face went white. He signed back. "What are you talking about?" I kept going. "At Christmas, your father told your uncle you were basically my caretaker now. When Emma was born, your mother said thank God it wasn't hereditary." His family was watching us sign, looking confused and annoyed the way they always did when we communicated in front of them. David turned to his mother and said out loud, "She reads lips. She's read lips her entire life. She has understood every word you've ever said about her." Dead silence. His mother's face went gray. She stammered, "We never said." I don't know what she thinks she saw, but lip reading isn't even reliable. I looked directly at her and spoke out loud. I don't use my voice often, but I can. I said, "You said you didn't understand why David chose this. Not her. This. Like I'm a disease he caught. You said he could have had a normal life. You thanked God that Emma wasn't deaf like me." His mother started crying and said, "That's not what I meant. You're twisting everything." David stood up and took my hand. He said, "She has listened to you talk about her like she's not even a person for 15 years, and she never said a word because she didn't want me to lose my family." His father said, "Son, let's not blow this out of proportion. Everyone says things they don't mean." David said, "You were planning to take our children away from her. We're done here." We walked out, and I've never felt lighter in my life. David's sister called the next day to say we were tearing the family apart over a misunderstanding. David told her to lose our number.